David Bloom with Next TMT here at the StreamTV show's live studios with Jason Harvey, General Manager of BET Plus, the streaming service of BET, the 45-year-old cable channel that's been super serving black audiences for a very long time.
That's right.
And actually, in fact, you guys are one of the older streaming services. You predate both Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus, and never mind all the folks that came afterward. So you've been around for a while. Let's start with the role that BET Plus has within the BET universe, which includes the just concluded BET Awards and the BET Experience, the channel itself. Where does the streaming service fit with all of that?
Well, it's just another opportunity for us to, as you mentioned, super serve our audience. We have tentpole events that we provide. We have our cable net, which offers multitude of content, both library content as well as new content. And then BET Plus slots in right at that intersection of kind of technology and entertainment, allowing folks that are actually cutting the cord to have an opportunity to view new and original content.
Is it really, I mean, I'm thinking a smaller focused channel like you might be slightly vulnerable as these cable packages shrink, right? Mm-hmm. So having that direct-to-consumer option is even more important for a smaller channel that might be vulnerable otherwise, right?
That's right. I mean, we were noticing that our black audience over-indexed in cord cutting. We said this is an opportunity for BET Plus, right?
They over-index in entertainment consumption, but also in cord cutting. So they're very aggressive about finding the next value.
That's right. Okay. And so it was a perfect opportunity for us to partner with a Tyler Perry, who has obviously a wealth of not only his own library, but he continually puts out hit after hit, whether it's on our platform or other platforms. So we partnered with him to build this business, which has been going on now for almost 6 years, as you mentioned.
Right.
And it's a difficult, industry to be in. We've seen players come and go within the streaming service.
I think we've had 3 years of streaming in the last 6 years, and then we're fully into a new one, and it's an interesting time for direct-to-consumer operations that you might actually be in better position than, say, a second-level general streaming service. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's pros and cons, right? So we are small, we're all specialty, we super serve a specific audience, right, that loves black storytelling. And our whole audience is not black, right? We have an audience that actually, that are non-black, that really come to BET Plus to be entertained and to engage with our stories.
Sure.
But it's a kind of a double-edged sword, because we're also small, we don't have the deep content budgets, we don't have the deep marketing budgets, and therefore we have to be hyper efficient with the money that we do have to support our platform.
Well, that brings me to the next topic, which is what you're going to be talking about here at the StreamTV show. You're giving, I think, a keynote about how you all use AI. So talk about how a smaller service, a focused service, can really leverage and be bigger than you are with AI.
That's right. I mean, it's fundamental for a service like ourselves that don't have the same level of resources as a
Disney Plus.
A Disney Plus, for instance, to really hone in on how do we become hyper efficient. And that's efficient at not only acquiring content, but also acquiring subscribers, retaining subscribers. So we leverage AI not to produce a bunch of content. We leverage AI to make specific decisions around what is the optimal marketing spend that we can leverage across multiple channels to reduce our CPAs and give us our highest return on ad spend.
Now, you mentioned to me before we got on camera that you all use AI to watch behaviors that are emblematic of future cord cutters of your service, you can step up your engagement with them to try to keep them around. How does that work?
So we have something called the NARCS model, which basically allows us to take a bunch of different inputs around, watch time, around frequency of watch, around whether they added something to their watch list or not, and pull all of that together to identify the likelihood of somebody to churn. So it's our predictive churn model, right? And each one of our cohorts of subscribers get a score. They get a retention score. and that score could be a high score, meaning that
they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere, to a lower score. And then we leverage the data that we get, we push it into our CRM, and for those lower scores, they may get targeted, personalized emails and communication that ideally prevents them from churning. And for the higher score, we just give them additional content like a coming soon, or so it's very tailored, personalized communications that allow us to improve our retention scores.
Oh, great. Well, in our efforts to retain an audience, we probably should wrap this up right now. I'm David Bloom with Next TMT, here with Jason Harvey, General Manager of BET Plus. Thanks so much, Jason.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it.